Here we are. Some quick stats as of AHF as of today, the 39th speaker, the 59th guest speaker, or 39th session, 59th guest speaker, the 55th, 55 past members have gotten jobs. There's 1,400 plus members on LinkedIn and counting. Today's speaker is Gerald Gordan, and uh, he's helping professionals get hired uh, when perfect AI resumes and job applications are no longer enough. CTO at Reference Me, raised by his single mother in NYC with 5 siblings, he was fortunate to transform his passion for technology into a successful career at FinTech and now is a co founder. So, in today's job market, everyone has a perfect AI generated resume and job application, but that's exactly why most candidates still don't get hired. While others rely on algorithms to create their applications, I help professionals stand out among the crowd through authentic personal branding and strategic career positioning. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Gerald, for saying that. I've been sharing that and talking to executives and internal people, internal recruiters, and that's exactly what they're saying. There's the boomerang effect. Gerald, you have the floor. And Gerald, are you here? I'm not seeing
I
you.
am here.
You
I'm
are.
here. Yeah, can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you and I can see you. Yes, I saw you earlier.
Oh,
You're
okay.
sharp looking with your suit.
Well,
All
thank you
right.
very much.
So,
Um,
I'm going to just give you the mic, but go ahead and do an introduction of yourself, and then the question of the day, and then Q&A will follow that. Is share one piece of insider knowledge that many job seekers might not be aware of, but would find incredibly helpful in their job search. Gerald, thank you for being our guest speaker. The floor is yours.
thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here. I've come to this a couple of times, and I think what you all are doing, along with the leadership from Danny, has just been incredible. What I wanted to talk about today, I want to give you two quick stories. One is a story of triumph, another one is a story from beginnings. So, the first thing I'll say is I'll start from the end and work my way backwards. Think about this. For me, 7 years ago, I got my dream job. And the way that I got it was pretty interesting because I was doing fine at a previous company, and a recruiter reached out to me and said, "Are you interested in starting a new team?" Which has always been my dream. And I've had many different skills and I've worked in many different areas, but I'd never had the opportunity of putting everything together and actually getting paid for the level of skill that I had. It sounds familiar to everyone, I assume, that you wish you were getting paid for all the skills that you bring to the table. And I said to the recruiter, at this point in time, I'm not interested. A year later, the same recruiter came back and said, "Gerald, you don't want to pass up this opportunity. It's an incredible opportunity for you to actually build your own team, work with data, work with AI before everybody was talking about it the way they do today. You really should take a look at this." And then he went on to say something that was pretty remarkable. He said, "Your reputation preceded you. That we have people that are working at this company that said, you should hire Gerald. He would be perfect for this role." So now let's go a couple of years back. My wife, she's a physical therapist. And when you are finishing up physical therapy school, you're there with 26 or 30 different physical therapists. And the teacher knows that these students are going to go out into the world and actually showcase the skills that they've done in internships and the skills that they've learned inside of the school. And he specifically said to all the students, there's 18 to 26 of you all in here, when you use me as a reference, make sure to let me know ahead of time because that's the right thing to do. Well, my wife, when she came to Charlotte, North Carolina, we both came here about 15 years ago, and she started applying. So she applied to assisted living facilities, to hospitals, and all of these different areas. And lo and behold, all of them were interested in my wife working at the facility. And what happened was every single one of them started calling this professor for references. The professor kindly but sternly responded back to her and said, I don't mind helping you, but I can't spend all day answering questions to help you get a role. It made her feel extremely small because this person was critical in for her to get a job, but yet she didn't follow the rules and he sort of made her feel really small. It was at that point when my wife came home and said, You're in technology. Why don't you build something so that I can hold on to my references myself? Because every time I give the information to all of these different places, they all keep calling the same person over and over again. And that causes this pain that I'm feeling. And I said, it's probably a great idea. And that's where Reference Me was born. We built a platform that makes it easy for people to request references and also share references, but you don't have to keep asking the same person over and over again. You do it once and you keep it in your profile. What was beautiful about this is that as our clients started using the tool, they had a sense of confidence when they walked into an interview because not only were they sharing their resume and their LinkedIn, they were sharing experiences that people had with them at previous roles that indicated that they can do the job. And now, when you're dealing with thousands and thousands of AI resumes, wouldn't it be great if you're a knowledge worker to be able to say to a company, the reason why I know I can do this job, not just based off of what I said, but these 10 people who have worked with me in the past? And so our application supports businesses who are trying to hire skillful talent. But in addition to that, we wrapped our application inside of a consulting program where we help executives use Reference Me and other tools in order to position themselves differently when they're going after roles. And so that's what our application is about. And you asked me an interesting question at the beginning. What is one thing that I can share with you that would make you, um, I say, support you in your um, journey while you're looking for a role? And I'm going to jump right into the interview. When you get this question, why should I hire you for the role? Or how do you know that you would be successful in this role? Your answer should be that I've done research and I understand the mission that your company has provided, and it aligns with my personal views. And so, because your mission aligns with my personal views, I believe that I will be extremely successful in your organization, delivering impact each day. You see, it's kind of a trick question because if you haven't worked in the company before, and you start rattling off what you've already said in your resume, it makes it seem like you didn't do enough research for the company. But if you take that information that I just shared and you express to them that their mission aligns with your values, that's how you know you'll be successful, then it's an opportunity to actually stand out in the interview. And that's all I wanted to share. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Wow, those are some excellent words of wisdom, Gerald. And I guess we're going to open up the floor for Q&A. And if you would like to